Welcome to Career Focus Canada, Chapter 1, Making Your Dreams Come True. Does that sound like an idealistic statement? Walt Disney didn't think so, and he built an industry of entertainment worldwide. Let's talk a little bit today about your co-op and career strategy. We're going to start with the end in mind. This is a great way to start planning for both your co-op experience and your career job. And to help you create a visualization of what you're going to be doing in your work, I have a series of questions for you. Can you see yourself working in your career job? What work are you doing? What are your goals and objectives? And who might be supporting you in your goals and objectives? What I'd like you to do is to take the information that you've gathered by answering those questions, and we're going to have you incorporate it into the 4 P's of marketing. The 4 P's of marketing is a concept that was created by Jerome McCarthy back in the 1960s. And if you're a marketing student, well, you know all about the 4 P's: product, place, promotion, and price. But do you know how to apply the 4 P's to market yourself? That's what we're going to talk about today. Product. Product can be exchanged for person because, after all, you are a person and you have values and attributes. So let's refer to those as you incorporated. What we're trying to find out is, what can you do well? How will you gain interest? You have experience, academic experience, and possibly business experience. They're both very important when you're building a marketing strategy and in terms of positioning yourself for a new co-op and or job opportunity. Your academic success is not only about the skills that you've developed, it's about creating for employers a pattern of your success. So as you gain your experience in academia and your experience in business, you're going to incorporate both of those into your career strategy. Let's take a look at place. Place is all about where you're going to market yourself. And with technology so accessible currently, you have a lot of options. You can market yourself anywhere, anytime, any place. You may be wanting to market yourself in terms of Toronto, or you may want to broaden your reach by marketing in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. Or you may want to market yourself in an entirely different city. It's up to you, and you're going to determine that based on your preferences. Let's take a look at promotion. Again, technology is going to help you facilitate your marketing efforts. How will you create interest? You have a lot of options here available to you: a cover letter and a resume. You can post those on a site called LinkedIn, which will give you a lot of coverage and visibility. Your portfolio is something that you will decide whether is important for an employer or not. You want to network, and network is all about marketing yourself. How can you network effectively? Well, that's going to be covered later on in the course, but I'm going to refer you to a marketing expert in Canada by the name of Paul Copcott. And he suggests that you should keep your marketing strategy with you at all times. Now that sounds kind of funny because it's not like we're going to carry papers around with us. You basically got to memorize what your values are. And one of the ways that he says that we can do this is by using the 5 fingers of one hand. You can remember the important points to talk to a potential networking client about. So your networking can be informal or formal. You've got everything at your fingertips. So one finger might be the values that you bring to an organization. One finger might represent one business experience that you think will make a great fit for the needs of the organization that you're going to be talking to. You may have a war story on one of those fingers that you want to talk to that tells people a little bit about the value that you bring in a particularly difficult situation. You're going to be moving on to interviewing, and that doesn't need to be a daunting experience. It can be fun. It's all about our approach. And of course, in this course, we're also going to be talking about personal branding. Let's move on to price. This is an area where you want to, again, do a lot of research into. And you can use sites such as SalaryWizard.com to help give you an idea of the salary ranges for particular occupations. Just remember that when you're looking at tools on the internet, you need to understand that those tools are for a specific area. But the specific area may be quite broad. It may be American, United States, or it may be Canadian. The regional area may be something that you're able to glean from those sites, but you'll have to check that out for yourself. There are a number of steps to a successful career campaign. First of all, the self-assessments are critical to you creating self-awareness. There is a Keirsey personality profile, a marketing readiness assessment tool, an ability assessment tool in the first few chapters of Career Focus Canada, either in the 5th or the 6th edition. These tools are going to help you understand the outcomes that you can create for organizations. Technology is at your fingertips, and now you can market yourself with tools such as LinkedIn. Do make sure that when you decide to use LinkedIn, your resume is perfect. That is, it is as accurate as possible. Remember, you're creating a professional image of yourself and a legacy. Your resume must be a product that you are proud of. Every time you write about yourself or produce anything, in fact, you are creating your legacy. Another point, number 4, is preparing for an interview. Approach your interview for co-op and your career strategy by using it as a learning experience. Your goal is to present yourself in the best light possible and the best fit for the organization and to obtain that opportunity. Think about the interview as a learning experience. Your research, your planning, you're preparing, and you're delivering. Afterwards, you think about what you did well and what you can do differently. Handling the interview, following up from that job interview, evaluating an offer, and finally achieving success on the job. These are all fairly straightforward. However, they're all steps that you want to make sure that you incorporate in your successful career campaign, along with the 4 Ps. I hope these tips and techniques are helpful to you, both in your co-op and in your career campaign.